During the Holy Hour after the talk and after the Divine Mercy Chaplet, I'll be in the back confessional for anyone who needs to go to confession before we repose the Blessed Sacrament. Please remain seated. I'm going to read a passage to you from the Diary of St. Faustina, Divine Mercy in My Soul. She writes, "This morning, after completing my spiritual exercises, I began at once to crochet. I sensed the stillness in my heart. I sensed that Jesus was resting in it. That deep and sweet consciousness of God's presence prompted me to say to the Lord, 'O most holy Trinity dwelling in my heart, I beg you, grant the grace of conversion to as many souls as the number of stitches that I will make today with this crochet hook.' Then I heard these words in my soul, 'My daughter, too great are your demands. Jesus, you know that for you it is easier to grant much rather than a little.' 'That is so,' said Jesus. 'It is less difficult for me to grant a soul much rather than a little. But every conversion of a sinful soul demands sacrifice. Well, Jesus, I offer you this wholehearted work of mine. This offering does not seem to me to be too small for such a large number of souls. You know, Jesus, that for 30 years you were saving souls by just this kind of work. And since holy obedience forbids me to perform great penances and mortifications, therefore I ask you, Lord, accept these mere nothings stamped with the seal of obedience as great things.' Then I heard a voice in my soul, 'My dear daughter, I comply with your request.'" Our Lord Jesus says that the conversion of a sinful soul requires a large sacrifice. Now, I would say that you made a sacrifice to come out here in the dark and the cold to spend an hour with Jesus for the conversion of our loved ones who have left the faith. Many have done great penances for the salvation of souls. Of course, our Lord's passion and death on the cross is what causes all of that to happen. But we join our sufferings, our sacrifices, to the cross of our Lord Jesus Christ. So we participate in the salvation of souls. But not all of us can do great penances. We can try. But not everyone has the gift of being able to fast for a long period of time. Not everyone has the gift of getting up in the middle of night to make a holy hour. Not everyone has the gift of making great penances. And so try as we might, many times we fall short. So what can we do? Well, the least we can do is follow the spiritual work of mercy called bear wrongs patiently. Bear wrongs patiently. You must deny yourself daily, said the Lord. Take up your cross and follow me. And that means living life with a peaceful acceptance, even of difficulties. So the least we can do is at least not have a bad attitude when things don't go our way. That is a penance. trying to put on a cheerful face for the sake of Jesus Christ and for the salvation of souls. It rains 5 days in a row. We wish it would stop. Okay, what's our attitude? Or a car pulled in front of us as we're driving. We have to slow down. What is our attitude? We get a flat tire on the way to work. What is our attitude? In fact, if we do things without complaining, we can make these kinds of things a great sacrifice, like St. Faustina's stitching. So we can do the smallest things, even accepting difficulties throughout the day, the little pinpricks of life, and give them to Jesus. And now's the time to do it. Offering your whole day to Jesus right now. Yes, at Mass, when you put all of your prayers, works, joys, sorrows, sufferings on the paten and in the chalice before the consecration, but now, while you are adoring Jesus, you can give him everything. And even if you didn't do a very good job bearing wrongs patiently today, then offer him your humble and contrite heart. There is always something that we can offer to our Lord Jesus Christ for the salvation of souls. Always. So may you and I strive to offer our daily sufferings up to Jesus for his sake and for the salvation of souls. Our Lord, remember, told St. Faustina, it is easier for him to be more generous to us than to give us little. So open our hearts wide. Let us open our hearts wide and beg Jesus to grant much, even with our little sacrifices of pinpricks throughout the day. May we put on joyful hearts in spite of a difficult day. May we always use everything during the day, our prayers, works, joys, sorrows, sufferings, disappointments, everything. Use them and make them sacrifices for the Lord. For our Lord wants to be generous. God bless you.